That's really interesting. Are you hearing anything around teachers and schools in that too?
Yep. And it becomes, I think a lot of teachers feel very conflicted because the way it is very hard to talk about politics without letting your opinion shine through, especially right now. If you're going to come
Mm,
up with examples, it's very tricky. And so teachers are really looking for, how do I talk about this with my students without swaying them to believe one thing or another, telling them what's right or wrong, but really creating that critical thinking piece, and
mhm,
how to talk about the systems in a way that reflects what's going on, which may not be exactly what's happening right now.
mhm.
Because as we talk about just even the transitions of the election, it's very different this year. And how do you talk to your students about the system in place, and this is what's currently happening? And so that discrepancy is challenging for teachers because they don't want to sway their students as far as what's right and wrong. They want to create information and teach their children, their students, to think of their own answers.
Yeah. And yet they also have to run a classroom online
Yes.
on Zoom, which is
Yes.
already pretty
Oh,
challenging.
right. Let's
So
not mention
adding
all of that.
so adding that in with this is
Right. And then
a
parents are
lot.
watching and having opinions about that.
Yeah.
Right. So teachers, I actually talked to a New York City public school teacher last weekend, and she was just like, I can't win. Parents are asking me to do all sorts of things that have nothing to do with anything I am in control of. Like, I have a parent who wants to move the schedule, and I like, that has nothing to do with me, but she's mad at me for it.
Mm,
So that conversation across the board is interesting.
yeah, without a doubt. Interesting, and I would say probably pretty common. It's probably happening in a lot of different homes right now.